guess what? Your Google review replies can now be reported by the user. So a bad Google review could hurt your business, but an angry reply can actually hurt it even more. So, and yes, on this channel, we cover AI and ranking and a few things that matter. But as of today, the map packs, the GBP profile is not going away. And Gemini, Chat, Perplexity, Claude, and Google AI overviews are polling the reviews as a source of truth. So it's super, super important. But now Google is being spotted giving users a direct way to report business owners' responses, not the review, the response. And the button is called the report owner response. So users can flag a business response if it's off topic, uses profanity, harasses someone, or includes hate or discrimination, or exposes personal information. Here's the simple version. So if you lose it and unleash on a customer on your review and your reply, it may become a bigger reputation problem. And that's what I'm going to talk about a little bit today. So I'm Kevin Roy of Green Banana SEO, and search is changing fast and people aren't clicking the blue links first. They're getting answers from AI. So the new goal isn't just to rank, it's to become the source that AI cites. And on this channel, I show you the exact no BS, no buzzword marketing junk that strings you along waiting for an answer that never comes. We actually show you the stuff that really works. We cover content architecture, entity signal schema, measurement, and anything else that matters and makes a difference. So I built these videos as a framework that you can copy and leave with a plan, not just ideas. So here's what changed this week. Google Business Profiles already let verified businesses reply to customer reviews, but now Google says those replies are reviewed against its content policies before they go public. Google also says that the customer gets notified when the business replies. And now, according to Search Engine Roundtable, Google is being seen with a new option that lets users report the owner's response directly. And that matters because the review replies are public and they are not private customer service emails. They're a place to prosecute the whole case. They're a part of the sales process, and that's what matters most. And this is what some businesses are missing, and they have to make sure that they take this into account. The net of this, and I'm going to tell you some ideas on that we can go through, but the net of this is not to get angry. So the person may already be gone, but your response will be seen by hundreds of people, whether they know what really happened or not. So just imagine if the customer writes, terrible service, I was upset, the hostess was grumpy, they were late, and the owner responds, you're a liar, we have security footage, your husband called our business a bunch of times, and you owe us this, and you are a terrible customer, don't come back, and our lawyer will contact you. What do you think you're doing? So everyone in the world knows that the owner is vindictive, and it just makes your business look even worse. The next customer isn't scoring the legal argument. They're asking, if I have a problem, how is this company going to respond? And that's the real damage, because now this stuff is public. So a 1-star review says the person had a bad experience, but the unleashed, unhinged owner response says something about the company. And those two things are very different. So Google policies already prohibit harassment, threats, personal information exchange, offensive attacks, like insensitive language, and they'll usually pull those reviews out. So if you see something like this, you can report it to Google, but you should never post anything about the customer's private information. You should never threaten them. This stuff should all make sense too. You shouldn't write a 900-word defense brief. Take a breath, make sure that people are going to skim this quickly and they're going to make a decision. So this is really important too. If you run a service business, you are going to get a bad review. One of the things that I say to people, it's like saying you're going to go for a hike and you're not going to get bit by a mosquito and you're not going to get a tick on you. It happens. Someone might be having a bad day. Someone might walk in angry. They don't have the perfect experience and they're going to write a bad review. And yes, some of it is legitimate, but a lot of times people that write bad reviews, I think, are just grumpy anyways. The best way to look at this is to do what's called the 3 R's: recognize, resolve, and redirect. So recognize, acknowledge the experience without admitting the facts that you cannot verify. So you don't need to say, we completely screwed this thing up and you're right 100%. Say, I'm sorry that you had a bad experience. This is enough to show a future customer that you're actually listening. Second, try and resolve it. So if you know who this person is, correct one important fact calmly, or if you know what the fact is. So if the customer says, like, this is a service company and they never showed up, and your records show the technician arrived Tuesday afternoon, you can actually say, our records show the technician arrived, but clearly your experience did not meet your expectations. And then just say that. You don't need to post the GPS log. You don't need to try to make the person look bad. You don't need to make it look like you're some angry Karen that has to write everything about this. Definitely don't list the customer's name. Don't list the customer's phone number, and don't embarrass them. Be professional. And then third, see if you can redirect it. See if you can move the detailed conversation offline. We're really sorry that you had this experience. If you know who the customer is, try to contact them. If not, say, please contact our customer service manager or me directly, and we can see what we can do to make this right. And make sure that you don't ask them to change your review. Try to make them happy enough that it looks like that they're going to go in and change the review without you asking, right? Make sure that you don't write fake review. This person is a liar. Just try to be professional and say, we can't match the experience to our customer records. We take the concern seriously. Please contact our office with a date and location so that we can investigate it. If the person writes something inappropriate, racist, post a picture of a person that they're not supposed to picture of, post a picture of a child, like these things you can actually write to Google and flag it, and they will usually take that out. Just make sure that you are professional, that you don't do something angry. One of the things that I like to do is sleep on it. Every difficult decision that I've ever made, when I've made it in haste, whether it's a review or responding to someone, I almost always regret it. The best thing to do is to sleep on it. If you want to write an angry email, write it and don't send it. If you want to write an angry response, write it and don't send it. Read it the next morning and then reply based on that. So the net of this is, the big takeaway is that now if you get unhinged and write a nasty response, it is going to be pulled by Google. And now it's going to give more fodder for the user that was angry in the first place to make you look even worse. Your response is going to make you look even worse. Take a deep breath, think clearly, ask a friend, and just keep in mind that responding negatively will almost always make it worse. And now Google is picking this up and AI is picking this up. And we all know that things on the internet do not go away. Thank you.